As someone of a semi-Scandinavian origin, I've got a real affinity for Moomins. The roots of their design, the ethos of the stories, just the general tone of the characters and the environment of this world. I was delighted to have the opportunity to play the game. It's actually the reason why I chose Norway
Oh,
as this destination. Snufkin Melody of Moominvalley is one of the gentlest games I've ever played. It is pure delight, capturing all of the witty, whimsical fantasia of this beautiful world, instilled with a gloriously heartfelt environmental message. And it just revels in this delightful atmosphere and tranquil tone. I guess the game is a light puzzle adventure game. It's not too dissimilar from your classic point and click adventure games. You play as Snufkin, Moomin Troll's best friend, who returns to the Moominvalley one spring following the hibernation of the Moomin family, but his friend is nowhere to be seen. And you then play your way through several scenarios, collecting various things to help all the different characters in this world and try and foil the plans of the park keeper to bulldoze and convert the natural landscape.
yes.
A key mechanic you have in the game is being able to play instruments, although all you need to do is hold down the shoulder button to play the instrument, nothing more complex than that. But you need to level up the influence of your songs by gathering inspiration, by frolicking in nature and coming to the aid of wildlife. You start with a harmonica, and then you collect a flute and a drum, and you need to have your inspiration then at a certain level and have the right instruments to get past various obstacles, which is the game's way of gatekeeping and guiding your progress. There are classic stealth sections to play in the game as well when you come to sabotage the various parks that have been built, hiding behind bushes and creating diversions to distract the park guards. It's an incredibly dated mechanic, this, and one that is now incredibly frustrating when it's rolled out in modern games. Fortunately, the challenge in this game is so low that it's never an issue, to be honest. The writing in Snufkin Melody of Moominvalley is beautiful. The dialogue is very true to its source. It's just lovely, as is the Moomin's way. Hang on a minute, what have I written here? No, cut that. The writing in Snufkin Melody of Moominvalley is beautiful. The dialogue is very true to its source, and it's just lovely. And as is the Moomin's way, nothing is ever shouted at you, which is always refreshing when watching, primarily children's cartoon, which are usually aggressively loud and obnoxious. But here it's all so gentle and harmless, and I love it. Something that also helps in this game is the music. The incidental music throughout the Moomin's game complements the beautiful art style and animation and creates this sense of tranquility that you don't often get in games outside of something like Animal Crossing. But I had a real surprise when the game is bookended with Sigur Rós tracks.
Yes.
From my favourite Sigur Rós album, which is the Brackets album. And even Nora twigged on the music in the opening. Oh, it's Untitled 1, she said, which undoubtedly says more about my indoctrinating parenting style than it does about her alertness and brightness. But also, I know that Nora loves that album, and she listens to it on her music box in her room, which is, I think, what prompted you to suggest playing the game. So
absolutely,
delightful surprise.
I think it's worth saying as well. A lot of people in our generation, I will say, have this idea of like chasing clout on the internet to almost make up a story like that, being like, oh, my young daughter could identify Sigur Rós, no problem there. I know this is not a falsehood because you sent me a video of it happening.
Yeah.
So I've seen the evidence. I've seen the receipts. This is Nora's had her musical education start very young. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job, Mr. Dunn.
She's made up her own actions for a Radiohead song now as well.
Beautiful. So, send me that as well, please.
Yeah. Broken Hearts, Make It Rain. Yeah. Broken Hearts, Make It Rain. Identikit from A Moon-Shaped Pool. Back to A Moomin-Shaped Pool.
Oh.
Can't write those segues.
Seamless.
And I didn't. All in all, Moomins is a delightful game. It's not challenging, but that doesn't mean that it's not fun to go through the motions and solve the gentle puzzles and interact with this world. I think the only thing that would elevate it is if there were voice acting in there, because I tried to play the game through with Nora, but having to read out all of the dialogue became tiresome for both for both of us, and she lost a bit of interest. So she happily dipped in and out as I played through the game on the sofa on my Steam Deck, and enjoyed when I came across a new character or a new animal or an instrument. But also, like, if the voice acting wasn't absolutely perfect, it would entirely run the risk of derailing the beautiful atmosphere of the game. So it's not a huge criticism, but yeah, it's lovely, and yeah, I mean, it feels it's like a breath of fresh air, but a breath of fresh air from your hometown. That's what it feels like. I love it.
What a nice way of summing that up.
I hadn't even written that.
Newtonian air.
Not that.
Breathe it in.